good way, right? A lot of Costa Ricans don't know Tortuguero because there are a lot of people who just, you can't get them off their car, right? If the car doesn't make it, they're not gonna go. I think that's everywhere. There's a lot of that. But it's a magical place in my opinion. I love it. The essence of Costa Rica is this. Of Tortuguero is this. Slow moving water, canals, lagoons, and rivers that interconnect, creating one of the largest drainage systems in Costa Rica, right? It's surrounded by forests, national park next to it, has been preserved since the early 1970s, right? Before that, as early as the late 1930s, humans came here and were harvesting things from the forest, were cutting the trees down. There was no protection whatsoever. From basically early 1940s up until the early 1970s, I think 1972 is when the park was established, because I remember it was a year after. And they protected it, and since then things have been well kept here. All right. Listo, gracias, mano. Give me time to think. Alright guys, one of the advantages that Costa Rica has had, because we abolished our army in 1948, after the last armed conflict in Costa Rica, which was a civil war, the army was abolished. Costa Rica has no standing army. Now we do have special police forces that deal with border police, which are soldiers, so they have military training and all kinds of stuff, but really no standing army. So that allowed the country to invest in other things, right? Education and health, so that's why those indexes in Costa Rica are first world indexes for this country. And also, it also invited, right, researchers and organizations to come here, because the problem is for researchers, if you're doing work in a country that's conflicted, you might have to leave your research, abandon it, and it happens a lot, right? In places like Colombia, in places, many countries in Africa. So these research organizations, these NGOs have been working here for decades and decades. This one right here, we're gonna go right now, it's called the Sea Turtle Conservancy, and it has been working with turtles since early 1950s. They actually have been doing the longest ongoing studies with turtles in the world, right? Longest, uninterrupted specifically, right? And that part of the reason for that is the Tortuguero Beach is the most important nesting ground for the Atlantic green sea turtle in the whole Western Hemisphere. And there's only one beach in the world that's actually better for that has more, and that's off the coast of Australia. There's an island that actually has more turtles nesting of that particular species. So we're gonna go in there, we're gonna check it out. We are not gonna see a living turtle, right? Because they don't collect the turtles. The turtles, they protect the nest. Right now, it's not the season for the nesting. It's the season for the hatching, right? But we are gonna go into a place, it's a natural history exhibit, and we're gonna see some models of turtles. I'm gonna tell you a little bit how the whole thing works, all right? That is a cativo seed.
No, Royal Palm's the little golf balls, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is actually from the cativo tree, shaped like a little boat because it's designed to be dispersed by water.
They're really good skippers.
Yeah, they are. As a matter of fact, that's a good
Jenna's like, I want one.
Your favorite. I'm his favorite, guys. And pulling out really fast.
Skipping?
Yeah.
Do you know how to skip rock?